Alright.
When I say Kalala about Shimmy or Shy about Shimmy Kodash, the understood the apostles of great men stone, show them toward the brothers in the highway and Bible preaching. This word in sincerity and in truth with much honesty. GMS Jamaica camp. You know, we come out every weekend to prophesy the downfall of this wicked society. You know, our Lord Shimmy or Shy, gather the elect. Gather the elect. You know what I mean? And to conduct the nations to their judgment. And of course, 2/3 or the majority of our people who continue and will continue to do wickedly. You know, and also our people we're speaking about so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians who are the true biblical Israelites. You know what I mean? Now, we're going some exciting times. You know. With the time now where the so-called white man is about to, you know, implement this new world order. It's now eating, you know, and there's numerous amount of things down the pipe for this man to do that's gonna surprise a lot of people, man. Because I'm seeing certain things happen since COVID, certain was like COVID. Since COVID, you know what I mean? They see a lot of things, strange things happen, like, hey, you can't come out, lockdown, parties done, you know, a lot of businesses shut down, you know, and they're about to go into a second shutdown, you know what I mean? Well, that's just the beginning, man. Things down the pipe, that's going to be even more surprising. Because this man is determined to bring about his enterprise, man. You know, but why you people out here in limbo, you know, thinking that things will return to normal, like this, everything is just normal, by the way, and things will return back to what it was before. Yeah. Well, you're in for a treatment. You go, bro.
This is Habakkuk 2 verse 1. So I will stand up on my watch and set me upon the tower,
right,
and will watch to see what he will say unto me.
Right, so we out in the highway and byway where the watchmen of the Lord Yahweh Shemar. That's what the Lord rises up to do. Come out and to proclaim the gospel, the prophecies them also. You know what I mean? Let them know that, look, man, this is what the Lord is about to do on the planet, man. You know what I mean? So the Lord said, set you up and watch. Right? You know? Seeing, we are on the towers, man, and we're seeing what's coming, man, and we're sounding an alarm, but hey, a lot of people turn a blind ears to the alarm, man. One.
Say, and what shall answer when I am reproved?
I shall answer when I am reproved, man.
Right? And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables,
right,
that he may run that readeth it.
Right, and that's what we are doing now. We're running, man. Because we read the prophecies them. We can understand the prophecies them. You know what I mean? And then we see the prophecies fulfilling before our eyes, man. You know what I mean? We can see things playing out. You know what I mean? Letting us know what time we're in. You know what I mean? Which basically is we trimming our lamp to be the bridegroom, the bridegroom. See? It's about to make his arrival, man. Yeah? One.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time,
right,
but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
What? It's for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak. So therefore it's speaking now. So now is the appointed time, man. Now is the appointed time, man. Man's bringing his mark of the beast. See? It's about to bring in the mark of the beast, man. That's where we're at now. Major prophecy. One of the key prophecies that marks the end of his empire. World War III and the mark of the beast is the final hurrah. And right now, we are looking in the face, you know, of the mark of the beast, man. Because this man is about to bring about his RFID chip, his chip technology is gonna chip a whole lot of people, man, in order to usher them in his what you call it, fourth industrial revolution, you know, this great reset, merging man with machine, or merging man with AI, transhumanist ideas. That's what he's to move off into right now. And if you think he's gonna hold back, now is the time. You know what I mean? You're late to the party if you never did do all that what you did do for a long time, because they're gonna get a chance again. You know? This man's about to take everything. You know what I mean? It's about to destroy current setup and bring about something new. You know what I mean? Go on.
So do it tarry, wait for it.
Right.
Because it will surely come,
God.
it will not tarry.
God. Yeah.
The soul which is lifted is not upright in him.
Speaking about the what? The elite of the so-called white man, maybe mainly them in America. You know, go on.
But the just shall live by faith.
Right, the just shall live by faith, go on.
He said, yea, also because he transgressed by wine.
Just what wine, man? These type of philosophies, man. You know what I mean? These ideas that him have, that him spread across the world. The lies that him spread across the world, by the way. You know? Go on.
Say, he's a proud man, neither keep it at home.
Right, so right now he basically want to spread his germs in everybody's countrymen. And guess what? If you don't agree with it, well, you're not gonna have to send the military. That's his thing. You know? So it's my way or the highway with him. You know what I mean? That's why you see America over there fighting wars in the Middle East, everywhere in the Middle East. You know, ever since World War II, you know what I mean? America been busy, man. Busy across the world. You know? What?
He said, who enlargeth his desire as hell,
right,
and is as death,
right,
and cannot be satisfied, but
yep,
gather unto him all nations.
Gather unto him all nations,
and
man.
heap unto him all people.
Look over there in America right now, you can see different peoples over there setting up shop. You know, you have the Indian coming over and set up him shop. You know, the Chinese coming over and guess what? The main place that come and set up shop in the communities where Jake live, man. Selling the nigga woman falls here and selling Jake liquor, you know what I mean, and jewelry, man. That's the other nations, man. They have them Amites will come over to go to school in the States, man. You know, you have Jake running from South America and the Caribbean. Everybody running to America, man. They all people. You know what I mean? Go on.
He said, shall not all these take up a thought in proverb against him,
right,
and a thought in proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his.
So woe unto him, because the day of reckoning is coming, man. We're at the point now where that day soon present itself, man. Very soon. You know?
Yeah. And this is Micah. So Micah 2 and verse 1 say, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because
the elite, man. And they're practicing it now. You know what I mean? That's what they're practicing now. The evil what them planned for years, man. You know, which is this new world order. And they basically, when they say COVID rolled out, the COVID roll out. Yeah, hopefully the algorithm don't pick up on that. But hey, when they say COVID roll out, you know, that's them basically practicing their evil plans, man. Sinister plans. You know? And that plan is to depopulate planet of Jake. But that was the plan of man. You know, although, you know, other nations is in the plan to be destroyed also, but mainly Jake, man. You know? If you're gonna destroy the whole planet, live 500 million, then don't think no Jake will get there that.
No, sir.
Eh?
That we are a team.
Cheating about that, man. Because the so-called white man look at everybody else on the earth as a parasite, man. But he's the one that is the parasite.
Main parasite, yeah?
Brother, that movie there. The interview. See 500 million I want series, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Him say basically the reason why basically I give an explanation why the whole depopulation plan with the vaccine thing and all. Basically
Vaccine.
Yeah, vaccine thing, yeah. Basically his explanation was that people is like a parasite on the planet and basically digging out the oil, you know, deforestation, all the things them where basically them say claiming to make the planet bad. But when you check a stop, who are the ones doing that? Not just the regular man, you know. The elite, the same elite that want to get rid of everybody, they are the ones doing it, man. You see that? So them blame the regular man for the things them what them do. You know what I mean? And not justify themselves to destroy the regular man for things that them do. You know what I mean? So hey, you see? Them are the perfect Satan, man, because guess what? Scripture, he's what? The accuser, man. He's perfect Satan, man, the elite. You know what I mean? The elite of the so-called white man, they're the perfect Satan, man, they're perfect devil, man. That's what the scripture said in Revelation, that look, about the synagogue of Satan, man. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Imagine that. Your idea to destroy everybody upon the earth, claiming that them do shit that what you do. You know what I mean? You are gonna rescue the earth from everybody else. And the things that we are gonna rescue the earth from, you do it. I really accuse them, man. Accuse of that brethren. Remember that?
Practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Right.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Right, they covet fields and take them by violence. And they're about to take fields again because according to Agenda 2030, Agenda 21, going on Agenda 2030, by the year 2030, according to them, nobody's supposed to own private property, man. You know what I mean? That's what they plan. They plan to take the property from everybody. I'm going to say property, I mean only land. You know what I mean? Every asset. Matter of fact, according to their documentary, the short documentary them have on them thing, they must say nobody, welcome to the year 2030 where nobody own anything. You know? Where everything is they have basically rent. It's like a type of rent where you subscribe to whatsoever. You know? They use things based off of how much you want it to use. You know what I mean?
And houses and take them away.
Right.
So they oppress a man and his house,
Yeah.
even a man and his heritage.
Right, they're gonna take away everything, man. You see me? So they've been doing it over the years, way back, hundreds of years ago, and they're gonna do it today again.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
And basically, a lot of these things that them do nowadays, them do it by design.
God.
Because basically them use even weathers and all kind of different
Weather modification.
weather
man.
modification, all them things that bring forth them agendas, man. See?
God.
With all these storms,
Yeah.
this
The
multitude of
flooding,
rainfall and all them stuff, man.
Rainfall and mudslide and all them type of something they hate. Landslide and all them things they hate. These things are fires. You know, forest fires. You know, fires where people live. You know what I mean? These things are by design, man. You know, to you know, fulfill the urbanization plan that they have. Because they have an urbanization plan in Agenda 2030, man. You know?
Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil
God.
from which he shall not remove their necks.
Right, because this type of chaos that this man unplugged, basically this unplugging of the grenade, because that's what he's doing, man. You know, even pull a grenade pin and expect to throw it. You know what I mean? They're gonna explode in his hand, man. Because what the people gonna do on this planet, you know what I mean? It's a bit to the light where we never even expect, because the thing is, it brainwashing people too much to believe what they're believing in, man. So that him now can control them from the repercussion now gonna take place, because people been programmed a specific type of way, and the way they get programmed, they're gonna bring the level of war and chaos on this planet to the likes where them never have control over it anymore. Because them at the end time guide the people into the new world order, but guess what? They're gonna lash out, man. And when them lash out, that's your ass, man. The world is going to hey, the war that them plan, even that are gonna be out of control, man. World War III is gonna get out of control, man. They're gonna run to them bunkers, you know the hope say, yo, yeah, this thing the people are gonna kill them own self, and the thing are diffuse, and them can come out back and enjoy the new world when they come out, come see. Ain't gonna work, man. Know what I mean? Ain't gonna work. I'm gonna kill enough, but the Lord is gonna take your asses out.
Can.
You know? Right now when I'm about full of belly. Come to the brother.
Neither shall he go heartily, for this time is evil.
So this is Job 20 and verse 19. Because he had oppressed and had forsaken the people, the poor, and had violently taken away an house which he built not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Right. And that's what I did to people. Them did that to Jerusalem, them did that to people over the years, and even now. You know what I mean? So this thing apply to the so-called white man throne all the time, man. Violent and taking away your houses, man. You know? So when we speak about only a house we have on the hill, you know, on the cottage, we speak about the whole country. A country can also. This man take whole country right now, the land of Israel. The nation of Israel and into the land of Israel. We call it the land of Israel is own. So he's taking the Lord's house. People, hey, the elect of the nation of Israel is the Lord's house also. And guess what? You have them in your position. So you take a house in every form of way, violently. Whether it want to be a physical house, whether it want to be a spiritual house. Yeah?
So it's surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
God.
He shall not save of that which he desire.
God.
Right? So there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right, so it's about look, man, it's about you know, go full on into this new world order plan. You know what I mean? We might dip down on the steak now. You know what I mean? Take some big bite out of the steak. You know what I mean? Eating the potatoes. You know, get enough gravy on it. You know, in the full, gone full in a meal now, man.
We can.
You know, feasting now. Come on, brother?
So in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right.
So when he's about to fill his belly,
Right.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Right. So when him feel like him accomplish this new world order, when him do all that what him gonna do now, you know what I mean, and him see the new world order in sight, Lord of, you know, disappoint him, man.
Brother from Lima, Peru and Trinidad. Shalom, Mr. Shalom.
Alright. Shalom, brother. Brothers, Akim. Yeah?
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yeah, the Lord is, hey, look, man, the Lord is going to get them ICBM missiles shot off into the earth, man. To the likes for them never even expect it, like up that way. You know what I mean? Rain it down on him. You know? Then the Lord of Yahushua coming in with them chariots, man, blasting from left to right, man. You know? And sending his servants to gather them from out of them holes, man. I believe it or not, that's what the Lord is going to do. The Lord is going to send his servants to gather them from the holes, man.
Yeah. Jeremiah 16 and 16. Yeah. And it's a Jeremiah 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers,
Right.
saith the Lord,
Right.
and they shall fish them.
Right?
And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain
Right.
and from every hill and out of the host of the rocks.
Alright, so the Lord is going to send his servants, man. You know? Yeah, the elect, by the way. Going to send them to gather them crackers from out of them retreat that them have. I mean, them have an underwater retreat. Them have bunkers deep down under the earth. You know what I mean? You ever see some of them, like, oh, them luxury bunkers that them have, man? You know what I mean?
So they got small underground towns with them make.
Yeah. A city, you know, but hey, gonna be tearing off them thick doors, man, metal doors, just tear them off, man, and burn through them. You know? Get your asses, man. Pull you out, slap on chains on them. You know what I mean? Because hey, the next move is what? Slavery for them. Yeah? One.
Isaiah 24 and verse 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high,
Go on.
and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit.
Yeah, they're gonna be they're going into slavery, man. That's in short, that's what. You're going into slavery. You have to serve the punishment for what you did. Mainly to the children of Israel. You know what I mean? Is that good? Alright.
And shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited.
Alright. Hey, on their first mission is to clean the earth, man. You know? And first mission is to gather dead bodies, man. Yes, find dead man bones, man, and tagging locations, man. But for the elite, they will get the hardcore, bitter part of the slavery, man. Bitter part of the slavery, man. Dirtiest, nastiest part of the slavery. They will get. You know, but other nations gonna have to go about, you know, tagging dead bodies, man. Clean up the earth. You know what I mean? Because a whole lot of people gonna die. You see? Esau said, look, 500 million. He would almost achieve that 500 million, man. The Lord say, yo, if him never come, the flesh will never get safe, man. Yeah, man, hey, some serious death and carnage are gonna take place, man. You know, as this man plunged this planet in the chaos, man, trying to get this new world order, man. You know what I mean? A whole lot of people gonna, hey, what he's doing right now is basically engineering a famine. You know, when the people gonna die from that famine, man. You know what I mean? And it's the Lord's famine. What he's engineering right now is the Lord's famine, man. You know what I mean? And this famine that the Lord speak about, you know, we're going to reach the point that men actually eating in their own hands, man. Scripture tell that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
The article did say famine of biblical proportion.
Yeah, the article say famine of biblical proportion is coming, man.
Gone.
You know?
2021, man.
But Esau think it is him engineering a famine, but it's the Lord's famine, man. No matter what way it come, you know, it's the Lord's famine, man. And right now in Jamaica, the produce that's supposed to come about this time of the year, all gone, man. All gone. You know, COVID already messed up things already. We have some abnormal rainfall already, and then you have some rainfall now. We mess up everything that's supposed to be produced, man. You know? So you have other countries having for them own food situation, And now Jamaica having their own food situation. Where are going to get food from? You know what I mean? Other places have a low cost problem. Low cost problem. You know? And even weather problem in other places, man. America have their own issues with food. You know, shelves going empty over there in America. You know what I mean? People buying up, people hoarding. You think hey, you think this thing is a game?
Well, foundation of the earth is out of course,
You
man.
think this thing is a game, man? People running up and down, I'm scared of a virus. Look, man, what is coming is even worse. I mean, scripture tells us one of the worst way to die is to die of famine, man. Hey, you know what this brothers who come out over the years who coming out, we speak about famine. You know what I mean? If we come out and not speak about famine, you know what I mean? It's very rare. Always up on that because that's one of the main thing that's gonna hit this island, man. And that's one of the main thing gonna kill people on this island here, man.
Famine.
You will feel that in the spirit, man. And the Lord keep over the years out here, the Lord keeping us continuously bringing out that look, famine is gonna hit the island, man. You know what I mean? To the point where, you know what I mean? A whole lot of people are gonna die. You know what I mean?
And I shall bring
Over
up
10 years old, people
evil
keep
around
saying
the
that.
famine.
You know what I mean? Because that's what the Lord is gonna bring, man. So all these news about food shortages and all this, you know what I mean? And plus the world, basically different countries going into a second lockdown. You know what I mean? And then other issues will come up again. We're going to further amplify the situation. This thing is certain.
Hey, we see
It's certain, man.
see on the news this morning in California and other place, them are empty supermarket shelves, man.
Yeah.
Stores are empty, them are
Hey,
them are people.
America, which as brother speak about, America is a first world country, man. I would say it all the while. Look, people go to America, think them can go to America and just buy food and send them in the bar because they expect the food there in America. Well, America right now, you know, you have empty supermarket shelves, man. You know, in a certain places in America right now, not everywhere, but you have certain places that have empty supermarket shelves. You have places now where people considering limit the amount of item you can get to purchase, man. You know what I mean?
And it's a second Exodus 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine.
Many of them that dwell upon the earth shall what? Perish of famine, man. Hey, this is gonna be the one out of everything that is gonna happen that is scary. This one is the one you should be scared of, man. Because everything else that the Lord can bring instant death. But this one is not instant death, man. You know that this one they're gonna know that they're gonna die. And it's gonna take a long while for you to die. So you have a long while to consider that you're going to die. Feeling all the pains that come with being hungry, man. Hunger pains is not normal, man. But it consuming its own self. You know, a nigga can't go a day without eating food. A nigga say, yo, look, you know, sir, what time you fast? You fast on 2 days. Fast 2 days? What? Mash up your stomach. Mash up your stomach. Holster. Concerned about holster? Yeah? Bro, you could have got days, man. Days. A man can't go 20. A man can't go 12 hours without eating. Much as it's a 24 wine, a man can't go 12 hours without eating.
I got 12.
Eh? Eh? You can't go 12 hours without eating. Nigga. You could have got days, man. Day end. Days eating the leaves off trees, man. Eating the barks of trees, man. That's how it's gonna start, man. When you can't find the regular food, you're gonna turn to some other thing, some secondary food like leaves and grass. You know what I mean? Barks, leather, bullets, and other weapons we're gonna kill them, man. Guns, machete, if a man have a pickaxe stick, ratchet knife, everything will be a weapon in that day. Everybody have guns. Yeah?
Lamentation 4 verse 9. So they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
It's better to die by a gun, a knife stab, or whatsoever. Better a hurricane blow and a zing chop your head and kill you. Or earthquake shake and the house stop drop on you. Or you drown. Or one dog bite you, kill you. Or one lion eat you. Or crocodile, shark. All them things that bet. Read again, brother.
Lamentation 4 verse 9.
God.
They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain.
Dying other ways than from a weapon. Go on.
For these pine away, stricken through for wants of the fruit of the field.
Right?
The hands of the pitiful woman have sudden their own children.
Hey, gonna eat their own children, man. They're gonna cook. Hey, cannibalism. Hey, this happened once before. Some Jerusalem, Caesar, Jerusalem. But guess what? It's gonna happen today, man. Because the scripture tell us that all them things used to happen before. You know what I mean? Since there was a nation, man. So the famines that happened in the past won't become you can't compare them to the one that happened to them, man. You know what I mean? Everything will happen this time around in the worst ways, man. Ever. Yeah? Go on, brother?
Verse 10 again said, the hands of a pitiful woman have sudden their own children.
Right.
They were their meat in the destruction of the daughters of my people.
Right. People gonna be people's meat, man. That woman gonna eat their babies, man. You know? Man gonna kick down the door for food. And you might as well turn food.
For lack of bread and great tribulation into people. Yeah.
Well,
It's Isaiah 9 and verse 20. And he shall snatch on the right hand
right,
and be hungry,
right.
and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied.
Right.
They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm.
Right. Sound impossible, no? Nope. This can't happen in a week and a half. Set it. First the ketosis. Now after entering a ketosis, you know, the brain basically step down from it natural function and it start function at a, you know, subnormal level, just to basically save the amount of energy where it consume daily. So it going on safe mode, but basically it start consuming less energy, and it have an effect on you because you start to hallucinate. You know what I mean? And all different type of things start to happen, man. You remember them Popeye cartoons?
Yeah.
When Brutus and Popeye up on the island and them stay so, and Brutus stays so and Popeye stays so, look for Brutus as a hamburger and Brutus look for Popeye like a hot dog. Yeah, that's what hunger do to you, man. Hunger, it look like a cartoon. But after certain days not eating, you start to hallucinate because the brain stop function at its natural capacity.
You become a zombie, man.
You know what I mean? In order to save energy. So your body, in that process, the body starts use different things as a source of energy. First, it consumes all the fat where you have. Then it starts to consume muscles. You know what I mean? Till you start dry up. your own brain, you know, start use your body as a source of energy, man, just to stay alive. So you actually eat yourself. Inwardly actually eat yourself in our famine, man. You know what I mean? So hey, one of the worst ways today, man, and guess what? Everything where you look upon gonna look like food because you start to hallucinate, man. Everything where you look at gonna look like food, man. Hey, it's just like hey, cause people see them things here all the while, you know, and think it's a joke. When Esau show them things in like movie and cartoon, like when a man out in the desert and him thirsty. See? And everywhere he look like a mirage, how they want to call it, the place where there's some coconut tree and water there and everything. You start oasis, how they want to call it. Them things that happen for real when you're in a situation there. You know what I mean? Say, hey, easily, you're going to see people as food, man. You know what I mean? Easily. Come on, brother. You have something? Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 5 and verse 16 says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction.
Right, so the Lord said, I'm going to send upon you the evil arrows of famine. It's going to be for your destruction, man.
Says, and which I will send to destroy you,
God.
And I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread.
God. And the staff of bread is being broken right now. It's been broken right now. During COVID, let me tell you what happened during the COVID, the early COVID, the early stages of COVID, you know, you have them hotels get shut down, you know, certain major restaurants and whatsoever. You have certain farmers and waste guys to produce things in mass, you know. That used to supply the hotels, them and them thing there. But basically, their stocks are their things where they produce, you know. They never have nowhere to distribute it to because the hotels are locked down and all them things. Even in Jamaica here, you have this farmer and the interview on the news, and like him raise chicken, he actually lay eggs, and like he used to distribute eggs like a major distributor of eggs. You know what I mean? And him have to throw away all them egg them. You know what I mean? And basically him basically telling the amount of loss we acquire. You know the whole process, man. I hope people lose, them business lose. You know, a lot of people do farming, them lose. You know, the first half of the lockdown, man. And them just barely recover now. And then they have other things that happen now. When them barely recover, man, like the rain and all them type of thing, you know, the disaster that take place. You know what I mean? Now you have suppliers abroad, you know, having problems abroad, see, because the food chain incident basically was broken, man. You know what I mean? So in America, you have a lot of farmers basically dumping them produce and all that. You know what I mean? And not making any money, you know, to start again fresh, man. You know what I mean? So a lot of farmers go bankrupt since the whole thing take place, man. You know, they're dumping meats. Them dump meat, them kill them cattle, dump them. Because they never have no way to distribute them to. You know what I mean? Potatoes, whole lot of potatoes dump. Onions dump. You know what I mean? And no money to start back afresh. So you see how easy a famine come, man. The thing is, people got food and never have no way to distribute it too. So them business crash. That's what happened during the whole crisis, as they would say.
Plus the program of truck strike.
I know you have a trucking strike coming, man. Just give you some details how this famine is coming, man. You know what I mean? It's in the works, man. It's in the works. I know you have certain organization telling you that, look, famine is coming. Food shortages is coming. You know what I mean? First world countries have problems with food supply now. as we can remember, a couple months ago, the I think the agriculture minister, one of the ministers there, you know, say, oh, Jamaica, hey, we have good food security. We have enough food, can last it. Look, nigga, you don't have the food for last it in no time, man. You know what I mean? 2.8 million people live in Jamaica. You know, this, hey, enough food that they have to feed a million. Not enough farm produce that they have to feed a million in case a million turn to the farm produce in Jamaica. Because guess what? The majority of people in Jamaica, what them consume daily, come from abroad, man. So there's no strain on the Jamaican food supply. So you can't say that. You can't match Jamaican farming to feed Jamaicans for a certain period of time. When Jamaicans never normally did eat mainly Jamaican foods, man.
Hey, and even in the article in the Jamaica Cleaner, them say we're gonna have a food shortage for the Christmas. Because of the farmers them.
Hey, you see the arguments keep coming up? No, they're saying that you're gonna have shortage of certain foods in what's going on. When they come out the chicken back, you couldn't get more than 5 pounds of chicken back at one point.
Chicken. Yeah.
Chicken.
Yeah.
You have a chicken issue one at the time. You know what I mean?
And the government.
Sorry, I think noodles or something. I think it was noodle one I think gonna get all noodle, man.
Fuck noodle.
Yeah. So many things you couldn't get. And if you have to buy things, you have to buy it in a certain amount. You know what I mean? You can't buy too much. So guess what? This thing is coming back again. The same thing will come back again. It'll come bigger this time and greater, man.
Yeah. And I'm sure so the politicians them are light, you know, because the other day when we have them talk about Jamaica won't have a food shortage problem, man.
Yeah.
The same minister when Green,
yeah,
Flight Green, him come out and him say, yo, we're not gonna have a food shortage problem.
Yeah.
And now it's coming out that Jamaica is we're gonna have a food shortage for December, man.
Right.
Zin? Because farm produce.
Just like the brother from the Bank of Jamaica where they say, oh, the US dollar now go slide. The Jamaican dollar now go slide and the US dollar pass 111.
Gone.
I'm saying now pass 111. Which party they now, brother?
147.
147. I guess it was a false prophet.
Dumb dogs, man. Eh?
And this is Jeremiah 14 and verse 13. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine.
Right, so your leaders or your representatives tell you that there's no famine coming, there's no food shortage coming. Hey, they see what them use it now? Them not say famine nowadays, look. There's a food shortages. You know, kind of pretty it up in our way, you know. So they not sound on serious type of way, because they know say when people hear famine, they know say, oh, you see me? They don't say, alright, food shortage. Yeah? But it's famine, man. You know what I mean? Well, they will tell us that now gonna happen. But guess what? One brother?
But I will give you a sure peace.
Right. So everything will go back to normal. Just take the vaccine and just wear your mask and look, man, just do all this. Everything will come back to normal. We'll get rid of COVID and all that and everything will go good. You know what I mean? And we'll go back to a daily life. That's what I'm telling you. But that's not what's gonna happen, man. One brother?
Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name.
They are prophesying lies. Imagine this. You know, the Christian church is supposed to represent. They're supposed to represent Bible. Supposed to teach Bible. And now the Christian church is out there praying for things to come back to normal.
Prosperity.
What about the kingdom of heaven? What about that? Is this the kingdom, man? Eh? That's showing that so-called Christians are actors, man. They are pretenders. They are hypocrites. You know? How can they pray for this society, man? This is not the kingdom of heaven, man. What are you supposed to... Yeah, the Lord teach you how to pray, man. You know what I mean? And one of the main things that is mentioned in the Lord's Prayer, the disciple go to the Lord and say, oh, look, teach us how to pray, man. And when teach you to pray, You know what I mean? You niggas out there praying for things, this society come back together. Like for real. For real. Hey, it's sure that Christians are off this world, man. You know? They are off this world. That's why you're praying for this to come back. You're not interested in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know what I mean? Wolf said that destruction not come. When should have wish destruction come upon this wicked society, man?
All kind of abomination, man. Yeah? Reason?
I sent them not, neither have I command them, neither speak unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision,
Right.
and a divination, and a thing of naught,
God. The thing of naught, man.
and the deceit of their heart. Therefore, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I send them not.
God.
Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land.
Right.
By sword and by famine shall those prophets be consumed.
Right, so even them, I was saying to them, keep saying that the Prime Minister had a roll on King Street according to Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey prophecy.
Yeah.
You know, we're not saying Marcus Garvey is a prophet. And we're not saying that him ever go down King Street.
Him can be a prophet, but not of Yahweh.
Yeah, you know, but what we are saying that, hey, it's possible for his head to roll for real in what's coming, man. Because they have people out here basically, it's like, you see how that vaccine thing I got, make you see if all that sellout thing I got, you know, people poised in Jamaica looking at that, man. You know what I mean? Things really gonna get sour, man. A lot of them leaders, you're gonna die of starvation, man, just to see them by the sword, man. A lot of you leaders, man, same people who vote for you, the same people who supported you, gonna kill your asses, man. And the pastors just the same. Your congregation gonna choke out your ass.
You're tricking them, man. Companions of thieves.
Yeah, man. You know, hey, as we said before, the prayer tell us, say, yo, when the overfall the prayer say.
Pray for the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Pray for the kingdom to come.
Thy kingdom come. You know what I mean? You're not praying for the kingdom of the Lord to come. You're praying for this to repair. Yeah? The devil's kingdom to repair. Know that the devil said to the Lord, say, oh, this get given unto him, and then give to who he want to give to. You know? Yeah, pray for the devil's kingdom, and Job, in the book of Job, it tells us that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. So you pray for the wicked house? Seriously. Good.
Something wrong.
Something wrong, man. Something wrong. Brother?
This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 14. So woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right,
for the sword and their destruction draw nigh.
It's a war unto the world and
So the sword and their destruction draw nigh.
right.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another with sword in their hands.
Right, so one people stood up to fight against another with the swords in their hands, and you can see what happened in America for the last couple of months. You know, record numbers of guns. Record numbers, man. You have Grandmaster J and Film Crew
In Black Militia.
Black militia. You know, you have the one militias them across the United States, AR-15s, you know what I mean? Assault weapons, you know, gun sales skyrocketing, you know, man buying up ammunition and food.
Sleepy Joe tell them to buy what?
Sleepy Joe tell them to buy a shotgun.
Shotgun. Sleepy Joe.
So, hey, a nigga go buy a shotgun, man. Niggas we go buy a shotgun. You know buy some no. You know, shotgun are real foolishness, you know. You know? Now wartime we don't need that better.
For there shall be sedition among men and
Right.
invading one another.
Right.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right, and hey, people gonna run up in other people's crib. You know what I mean? Guns blazing, man. Where the food at? Where the food at? You know what I mean? Raping your wife, raping your daughter. You know what I mean? Your grandmother. You know? Think of a dirty, man. Well, it's the judgment of the Lord, yeah? Go on, brother.
And the course of their action shall stand in their power.
So the course of their action shall stand in their power. Go on.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Hey.
The houses shall be destroyed.
You remember, you listen to the thing about the Delibap point, Delibap, after the Delibap lick out the woman brains. You know, he rest the gun in the belly and lick the baby out of her belly too. That's what the man have no pity, man. You know?
Sound perfect. So,
Oh. Oh. That's what it is, man. The brother, internet, I think that's it. So, when it was a color lolly, about Shimmy was shy. About Shem, like a Kodash, the balance to the apostles of greatness, Lord. Shalom to all brothers and money. Keep pushing this truth, man. We're almost out of here. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yo, he man miss out wholly about Delibap.
No,
He man know how Delibap.